The Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go. 56 is the max. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. You're all right, baby. Get this. You're all right. Here we go. Go to 54. Switch it. Right 56.
First down, Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Exit. 26.
On first and 10, Prescott. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 16. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15.
Get him. Check 30. Easy. Slam. SOS. Watch that.
On the toss, here's Williams. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Check 56. 47. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Come on. Mike 56. Mike 56. All day, dog.
Prescott on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. They're going to 53.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kimball Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
10. Say. Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Whip. Watch the whip. Go, baby.
They begin the drive with Williams. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 88 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On second down now, it's Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
46, 46.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 69 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, 57, 57.
Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go, Artie. Hey, defense, let's go. 36. Check. Fresno. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Yellow. 15. Mike front 4.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Switch gears, switch gears. Banjo, banjo, banjo.
Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
At the 39-yard line.
Yellow. Yellow. 54. Here we go, here we go. 54. Bravo. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Yeah.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. 5
yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the right side with Elliott, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Elliott running right. Elliott a 1st down and more. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 52 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
53 to Mike. 65.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Yellow, yellow, 43, 43. Let's go.
From the 45 on second down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 24. Check 24. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
I don't need to. Defense, let's get off the field. Defense. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Slam. Check hot route. Hot. Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. The tackle by Robert Quinn. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
I got it. Mark 55. Hey, let's go.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Hey, Ripley. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I don't think you got it, son.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The sack by Robert Quinn. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Set to kick off.
Teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that...
Under pressure, they got him again. DeMarcus Lawrence, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Okay, double up.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes, complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think are the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the number 1 game because the number 1 seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment. Okay, the winner of that becomes the number 1 seed. I think the number 2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco or become the number 1 team in the NFC West, and the Rams have to have it if they have any designs on making the playoffs. The number 3 game, Baltimore at Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence, that big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas, but Baltimore's the hottest team, the best team in the league over the last 8 weeks. And then you finish up Kansas City, New England. How is that the number 4 game?
I know.
Hard to believe, but it is in this instance.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, some strong running. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Mike 55.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Yellow. Exit. Mike 54. I'm scared.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Throwing now is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
57 color. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Check 99. Check 99.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
The tackle made by Jalen Smith.
Check Mike.
A gain of 5 brings up
Let's get
2nd
that ball.
and
Let's get that
5
ball right here.
at the
54 is
33-yard
Mike.
line.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 43. Mike.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Now Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try again with Elliott. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Check. Lucky. You got tight.
Here's Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Brett Maher on for the field goal. An 18-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it. Box trap. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mahomes going to throw. Looking for Kelsey on the deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 75 yards, and the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. So that one will be accepted. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike's 54.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On 1st down, Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
At the 22-yard line.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the 22, Mahomes dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Switch. Watch the safety creep. Watch the edge. I got you, baby. I got you.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I got you. Delta.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Mike 5.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Butker able to put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Again, it's Elliott. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Chris Jones on the stop.
You got it.
It's a pickup
You
of
got
6.
it.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
I know you feel that.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then in the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
This is Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
53, Mike 53. Check 43.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Elliott. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it.
Here's Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skill, you did. Playing skill. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's God's. Ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Mike. There we go. Wide 8. 3, Mike. We're going to 54. Wide 8. Check 26. Check 26. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Check 4. Check 4. 26.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Kill. Here we go, 46. 26.
From the 30 on second down, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Elliott. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 13. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, check right. Right, riblet. Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Go. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. You don't want that. Pick up the ball.
Here's Mahomes to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. The 40, 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 77 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the 41-yard line.
On second down, it's Elliott. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Tight end's left. Tight end's left. You got 3 down, 3 down. 24 is the mic.
Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
Let's go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the slip. Yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Watch, twitch.
15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield strike.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Yellow.
from midfield. Here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 57 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Attack! 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I'm here all day. Hey, yo, go gun.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Past the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 71 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, turn it up. Switch. Check 31.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
47.
Here I come. 24 is the mic. I'm on.
SOS. We're going to 54. Why in?
Safety screaming.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
54, going to 54. Why in?
24 is the mic. 3 buzz. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Under 10.
Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Cooper was the intended target.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Yellow. I'm going 80.
Check 55 to Mike.
Yellow.
Mike 55. Ooh. All day, baby. All day. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the backer.
Attack.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes now to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 21 yards there on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 37-yard line.
Yellow. I'm going 80.
Alpha. Mike 55. Mike 55. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Yellow.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23.
A gain of 14. And a first down, Chiefs.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Yellow.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews, so I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. They go back to the ground with McCoy. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 26 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next will score, Chiefs 21, Cowboys 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Elliott a first down and more. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Prescott on first down. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight is right. 3 down. 3 down. Check. Fresno.
47. Hey, kill. 26.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, kill. 47. Then we're going to 53. 26.
Prescott yet again. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they had plenty of legs.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Mike spot 4, my exit. Mike spot 4. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now Mahomes looking downfield for Kelsey, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken very short.
We got this.
They are 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
56.
We'll go 46. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Look at that is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 29 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
and you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Right there in the middle, 55. Go. Go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. We all got it.
Now on 2nd and 16. Mahomes steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Check, 55 to Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
56, right there, 56.
We're going to 54, wide under.
10th carry now for Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Check 50, check 50.
They go to Elliott again. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Kill. 47.
Brings up 3rd and
46.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Check. Crunch. Let's go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Hey, 43, 15. 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Big stop, G.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And a first down, Chiefs.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the toss, here's Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, 53.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Here we go. Hey,
tight end's right. Watch tight end.
we got 4.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
tracks. Let's go. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Hey, yo, hey, go gun, go gun, go gun.
On first down, it's McCoy. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run it with McCoy. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Last stop. Last stop.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Butker's kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Yellow, yellow.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll run on first down. McCoy, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Chiefs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Power running by Zeke. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Hey, 15. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Oh, you got deep? Deuce.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.